I'd like to invite one of our Penton and Anvil readers to come up now, Matthew Kelsey. Matthew, very good. Matthew teaches composition at a community college north of Seattle. In addition to being a writer of poetry and criticism, he is a founding editor of Pustelblom, fantastic, Pustelblom Journal of Translation, a managing editor of Poetry Northwest, and a contributing editor to Poetry Northwest. Matthew Kelsey, thank you.
Confessions of a Giant. For years, I've been told to hold myself up, to stand as tall as I am. But the world, long in its register of events, rarely seems fitting. The box of cereal on my countertop is closer to my knees than my mouth. I have to take a knee when I piss, and duck when I step in the shower. I've tried to make adjustments, I swear. But my limbs tend to cross their signals the farther they are from my brain. Feet confuse themselves for hands. My legs jerk catastrophically through the hallways. Even my love is a violence above you all. In order to see eye to eye, the machine of me must fold on command. Forget hugs. And look at that hunch in my shoulders from all the talks we've shared. When they say I must play basketball, they mean they like to race horses. But there's even distance in humor. After 4:10, Allison Doe stood below me and figured she couldn't lick my nipple from there. We never spoke again. I never speak of the weather up here because you don't have the language for it. My own alphabet is beginning to wear me down. Today I bought a bag of beans before you could, so you wouldn't get any ideas. I finally turned my shower nozzle up to its highest position. The next time we speak, I'll pretend to be able to hear what you say, and then smile, knowing it's everything you've asked for. Tough love. When I was 4, there was never enough room for everyone's pain. The pine cone and the squirrel never seemed to fit on the same porch railing out back, and the jays convinced me all beauty was angry. The muslin rugs in all their overlooked fibers were too fragile for words, and so hurt me. Even spilled milk was worth weeping for. Believe me. The seasons were still unbearably long, unfamiliar both in posture and in grisly expressions which came always at the cost of the trees. Poor maples, poor sap. Forgive me my humor in the face of the unknown backwards and forwards. The way I saw it back then, my cat too was a person, and the only one more vulnerable than I was. For this, I've since come to justify, I picked him up and threw him out of my 2-story window. It wasn't the wretched scratch of his claws on unresisting air or of his throat opening up in terror that surprised me, nor was it the speed with which he landed, all fours of course, corrected his slight slump and drag and found the front door. No, I had heard of such cat magic. Rather, I was taken aback by his voice, which was new and clear and even forgiving. Thanks for taking one of 9, he said. That was easily the hardest one of them all. I hardly knew what to say. I'm sorry, I muttered. Where I was apologetic, he grew prophetic. He switched his tail 5 times, gently but decisively on the floor. Left, right, left, right, left. Don't worry about it, he said. Someday you'll tease me with a rope. You'll imagine drowning me in a tub. You'll mock my very meow. I waited for more. But you're a boy. I still don't know what that meant. And on the day they take me away and put me down to sleep, you'll be the one who holds me in a swaddle of blankets. I couldn't imagine much yet, let alone this. So I asked, in which life will this take place exactly? Boy, he whispered, you learn so fast. With this, he began to mat my hair down with his rough tongue.